Welcome back to Yoga with Rose, and thank you for joining me for your perfect morning yoga practice. This is a perfect start to your day. We start by warming up the body with sun salutations, adding in low lunge and then making our way to high lunge, and then indulging a little bit in warrior two, peaceful warrior, triangle pose, and then ending our practice with a little variation of camel pose and a side stretch to open the heart. I hope that you enjoy it, my friends. Once you're ready, please grab your mat, your coffee, anything you think you might need, and let's begin. Okay, my friends, go ahead and come to kneel at the back of your mat and make your way to your child's pose, stretching the arms out in front. You can open the knees a little bit if that feels more comfortable, and just relax the body over the thighs. Just taking this moment to check in with yourself before we start our practice. Connect with your breath, taking just a moment of quiet and stillness with yourself. On your next inhale, just slowly curve your way up to your tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to take a few cat-cows here. So inhale, soften the belly to the floor. And then as you exhale, push your mat away from you, curving the spine. Good, just moving through this with your breath now, inviting in space, inviting in a little bit of movement for the spine as we start our practice this morning. Lovely, then when you've taken your last round, come back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes underneath and start to send the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. Good, you can keep the knees really generously bent here. Maybe take a little pedal out of those legs. Swaying the hips side to side, just whatever your body needs this morning. Consciously starting to awaken our muscles, our joints, our bones, even our mind and our breath. Then come to find some stillness, maybe easing the heels down. And we'll just take a little wave of the spine, so lifting the heels off, curving all the way through the spine to come to our plank pose. And then just soften the knees and start to make your way back to downward dog. Good. Let's take 2 more of these. Moving through each vertebrae to plank and then softly waving back to down dog. On your last one, just hover a little moment in plank. Try and feel into your fire this morning, and then drop the knees and exhale to soften the body all the way down to the mat. Lovely, roll the shoulders away from the ears now, and then take an inhale to wave the body up to cobra pose. Soften the face, soften the back of the neck, and then exhale as you float all the way back down. Good, tuck the toes underneath, push back through the knees and send the hips high, downward facing dog. Lovely, my friends. Have a little sway here again, maybe start to straighten the knees, lengthen the legs if you can, and then slowly make your way to the top of your mat, maybe taking 4 steps or more if you need to. Good, and just let the body hang over the legs here, let the head hang nice and heavy. Give the head a little shake to say no, maybe nod to say yes. Keep the knees nice and soft, and then start to roll the body all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders back when you get there, palms facing forward, mountain pose. Just feeling your energy here rising through your feet. You have arrived. Take an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, interlace the fingers. And then as you exhale, side stretch over to the left. Good, swaying the hips to the right. You can soften into the knees here. Lovely, then coming back to center, neutralizing the spine. Take an inhale to lift up and out of the hips. And then exhale, side stretch over to the right. And sway the hips to the left. See if you can open that top shoulder to the sky. And then come back to center. Take an inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, float the body all the way down to the mat. Good. Curving the body up to stand now. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Gaze at the top. Exhale, wave the body down. Good. Just adding in some waves stood up here. Really getting the spine moving. Starting to bring a little heat to the body. Good, ending down in our deep forward fold. Take an inhale now, come to the fingertips or hands on the shins, halfway lift. And then exhale, soften over the legs. Lovely, now as you inhale, send the hips back as you reach the arms forward to come to our chair pose, Utkatasana. Lovely, think of tucking the pelvis underneath here instead of sticking the bum out. So we've got a really lovely long straight spine, reaching those hands up or forward. And then exhale, fold the body over the legs. Lovely, take one more halfway lift here, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left leg back and drop the left knee. Good, as you inhale, raise the arms now to our low lunge. Nice, my friends. Send the hips a little forward and down here, then take an inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, plant the hands by the foot and step back to high plank. Drop the knees when you're ready, and then exhale to lower the body all the way down to the mat. Good, keep it moving now as you inhale, swim the body through to cobra pose. And then exhale, float the body back down. Good, tuck the toes underneath, make your way back to your downward facing dog. Hips nice and high, take one round of breath here. Then look to the top of the mat, step the left leg through the hands, drop the right knee, inhale up to low lunge. Good, send the hips a little forward and down. Inhale as you lift the gaze. Exhale, release the hands down by the foot. Inhale, step to the top of the mat, come to halfway lift. Exhale, relax over the legs. Lovely, inhale, soften the knees, root to rise, reach the arms to the sky. And then exhale, draw your palms down to your heart. Inhale, send the hips back, reach the arms, chair pose. Really sit back into that chair, lovely long spine. Lift at the top and then exhale, fold over the legs. Good, inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg back. Good, drop the knee and inhale into your low lunge. Exhale, lower the hips forward. Inhale, lift the gaze, find space. And then exhale, plant the hands, take a step back to your high plank. You can take a full chaturanga maybe this time, lowering the body all the way down. Take an inhale as you open up into cobra or maybe upward facing dog. And then exhale, hips lift to downward facing dog. Good, take one round of breath here. Then look to the top of the mat, step the right foot through the hands, dropping the knee, and inhale, low lunge. Exhale, send the hips forward and down. Good, my friends, take an inhale, open up the body to the sky. And then exhale, plant the hands by the front foot, step to the top of the mat as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, relax over the leg. Soften the knees, inhale, reach the body up to the sky. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Lovely, my friends. Inhale now as you reach the hands up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come to halfway. Exhale to step the left leg back. Good, reach the arms up to your high lunge pose this time. Back knee is lovely and pulled up here. If not, having a little bend is also great. Take an inhale as you lift the chest to the sky. Exhale, float the body down, take a step back to plank and then take your flow. Good, lower the body all the way down. Inhale as you roll over the toes, swim the body through to your cobra or upward dog. And then send the hips back, downward facing dog. Good, lovely. Maybe easing the heels down a little bit more each time. Good, then on your inhale now, raise the right leg to the sky, keeping the hip nice and parallel to the floor. Press into the right hand as much as the left here. And then as you exhale, draw the knee to the nose first, and then place the right hand down between the legs. Good, grounding down now through the left foot. Start to cartwheel the arms open to come into your warrior two on the right side. Good, think of pressing the shoulders away from the ears here. Back leg is pulled up, front knee is nice and turned out. On your next inhale, straighten the front leg as you float the arms up. Exhale, release to warrior two. Good, take 2 more of these with your breath. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that front leg each time. Good, then straightening the front leg now. Start to walk the back foot in a little bit. Shift the ribs forward as you send the hips back and then cartwheel the body round to our Trikonasana triangle pose. Attaching the back of the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Good, imagine you're being sandwiched between 2 walls here. Keep breathing, keep lifting the underside of the body up. And then bring your gaze down to the floor. Start to bend into the front leg, passing through warrior two as we open out to peaceful warrior. Good, let the back hand slide down the back leg, reaching the right hand overhead. And then exhale as we cartwheel the arms all the way down to frame the front foot, pivoting the back leg, and then take a step back to your high plank pose and take your lovely flow. If you'd rather just come straight into a downward dog or a child's pose, then option to do this also. Remember, this is your practice. Listen to your body. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, raising the left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Keep the hips nice and parallel. And then as you exhale, draw the knee to the nose and then step the left leg through the hands. Grounding down through the right foot this time as we open up round to our warrior two on the other side. Good, bending into that front knee. Just making sure you can see your big toe of your front foot here. Lovely, my friends. On an inhale now, straighten up, dancing our warrior. And then exhale, pressing down to warrior two. Good, take 2 more of these. Good, make that warrior two feel really strong here. And then straightening the front leg, start to shuffle the back foot in a little bit. Shift forward and then exhale as you rotate round to Trikonasana. Good, think of the arms being in one long line here. Peeling open that top hip to the sky. Good, and then take your gaze down to the floor, soften into that front leg as we make our way through warrior two and then open up to our peaceful warrior. Good, reaching those fingertips overhead, creating that lovely long stretch. Bend into that front knee as much as you can. Exhale now to cartwheel the arms all the way down to frame the front foot, Pivoting the back foot to parallel. Let's not forget our high lunge on this side. So as you inhale, rise the body and the hands up to high lunge. Maybe take a smile if you forgot to. Lovely. Back knee is pulled up if it can be. Take an inhale, raise the face to the sky. Maybe try twice if you wobble. And then exhale, frame the front foot. Take a step back to your plank and then take your vinyasa. Good, you've got this. Inhale to open the body up, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, my friends. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Notice how your body feels. Reconnect with your inner knowing, your inner experience. And then just start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Soften in the knees and just have a little sway from side to side, maybe taking hold of opposite elbow. Let your head hang nice and heavy. And then just have a little shift of your weight forward into your toes. So bring the hands down to the mat and just have a little play around with shifting your weight here. Notice how it feels in your hamstrings. Have a pedal out, straightening one leg at a time and bending the other. And then we're going to take the feet out to the side, so out to the edges of the mat, turning the toes out a little bit. And then bring your sit bones all the way down to come to our Yogi squat, our Malasana. Have a little sway when you get there. I find this always feels nice first. And then if you want to find a little bit of stillness, bringing the palms together and just pressing the elbows out into the knees. Seeing if this helps to draw the shoulder blades down the back, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Think of the sit bones, your tailbone lengthening towards the floor. And then when you're ready, release your hands in front of you. Start to straighten the legs. And walk the hands back out to come into your downward facing dog. And go ahead and take a wave through to plank again and take your last vinyasa. Maybe chaturanga this time, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to open up. Make a little more space in the front of the body. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Lovely, my friends. Come back down to the knees when you're ready. I'm just going to take a few little camel side stretch variations here. So grab a book or a block if you have one. Bring your fingertips to the right as we lift the hips up, reaching the left arm overhead. Good, squeeze the glutes to help. And then coming down, and we'll come to the other side. Just a little bit of movement, opening up the front of the body. Good, then bringing the hips back down. You can sway the body forward and sweep up to the other side if that feels nice. Make it a little bit dancey. Exhale, hips come down, sweep the body forward. Inhale, rise up to the left. Good, just take a few of these with your breath at whatever pace feels nice. However intense or big you want to make it, and if not, you can keep the hips sat on the heels and just do a classic side stretch. This is also really great. Good, then when you're finished, come back to center, just come to sit on the heels. Resting the hands on the thighs, just take a moment. And then go ahead and come sit in a cross-legged position on your mat. Good, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, right hand comes to the left knee, left fingertips behind as we come into a twist. Good, twisting from the belly button here, just looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, reach the arms up back to center, and then exhale, come to the other side. Nice deep full breaths through the nose. Good, inhale, reach the arms up to center. And then exhale as you lower the hands in front of you this time. Good, take an inhale now to find a lovely long spine. And then exhale as you just soften and fold the body over the legs. Again, if you want to use your block or your books here for a little bit of support. You can drop the head to get an even more intense stretch all the way through the back of the head, the back of the neck, and all the way down the spine. You can even shake the head a little bit and maybe take a sway from side to side, feeling into each side of the lower back and the hips. And then if you're doing this, just keep going as you start to make your way back up to seated. Keep the sway going for as long as you want. Good, then keeping the eyes closed, inhale to reach the hands up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, draw them down the midline of the body to your heart center. Good, and again, inhale, reach the hands up, palms touch. Exhale, down the center to your heart. Good, one more time, my friends. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift up out of the hips. And then exhale, centering yourself. Draw the hands to your third eye, vowing to think positive things for the rest of the day. Then draw the hands to the lips, vowing to speak positive words for the rest of the day. And then drawing your hands to your heart, vowing to feel and love positivity for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful practice. Bow your head down towards your heart, thanking your body, thanking yourself for taking this time. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Hello my friend, thank you so much for joining me for this perfect morning yoga practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below, as I would love to hear your thoughts, and also let me know of any practices that you might want. If you want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends and family, share all these videos, and I hope to see you very, very soon.